Hey there guys, it's Dashabella and Moxie, and welcome back to Star Equestrian. And happy Saturday, folks. I know it's Saturday. Normally I upload my Star Equestrian videos on Fridays, but I have just been so bogged down with work this week, it's not funny. I actually need to do something in like 30 to 40 minutes, so this week's video is probably going to be a little bit short or a little bit squeezed. So I'm very sorry if we can't just kind of, go at this at our own pace as normal. Life is just lifing this week and it's kicking my bum in, so I'm dealing with it, but hopefully things kind of settle down next week. So yeah, today's video, got a few things we're gonna do. Obviously, I want to show you guys my foals in my previous video fully grown. We're also going to do the photo contest as well. And I want to talk to you guys about some stuff that people are starting to discover about the breeding update. So let's hop into today's video like ASAP because time is of the essence at the moment. So you guys remember Moxie? Moxie is my breeding mare at the moment. I am using Moxie to pass her ability off onto foals. And obviously she's a liver flaxen chestnut, so she's also perfect. And here's her ability, hyperfocus. It's one of the abilities everyone is kind of chasing after at the moment, and I have been trying to get the upgraded version of this. I have a few horses with the ability, but I have been a bit unlucky in trying to level it up. But whilst breeding Moxie, we made a special foal. We actually made a foal that technically shouldn't exist, and the reason why it can exist is because of the breeding potions. So I hope you guys remember this little foal that we bred, the natural one, not the fantasy, little Eclipse, okay? So here is Eclipse, fully grown. This horse should not exist. Before the update, it was actually impossible to make this combination happen because this mane style was locked to certain colors in the game, but now because of the potions, we can actually put colors that would never normally be available on certain coat colors onto these like illegal combos. So this is Eclipse. I did rename the foal at the end of the day, and Eclipse is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. So she is a pink-eyed, smoky black, technically she's flaxen smoky black. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. She's gorgeous. I really, really love her. She is my dream horse in essence. She's not the perfect dream horse. My ultimate dream horse would be to have this undercoat fully come through because I love this pattern. I think it's supposed to be like mealy or something. I'm not 100% sure, but like very strongly dappled with white points. I want that dark coat to come through to really show the contrast between like the mane and tail. But otherwise, Eclipse is perfect. She is perfect. And I actually tried to do a bit of an experiment with Eclipse as well. Let me just show you her natural mane because this is the long style. So she actually got the mane from Moxie. I think we got unlucky with the tail and it's like the long rat tail. So we didn't want that. But I have been sort of changing it up between this mane and the long mane, but I love Eclipse so much. So the project that I did with Eclipse, right? So I did an experiment. Since I was able to pass this mane and tail with a potion, would I be able to now breed this horse naturally to pass on her mane to coats that would never normally get this mane color? And just a quick reminder, this mane color is only available for like Perlino and Cremello horses. So like the really, really pale horses. You normally can't get this on darker coats. So on the bloodline, I did 2 breedings with Eclipse. So I made 2 foals. We made Stone and Lola. And as you can tell, we failed, unfortunately. So both of those breedings, we did not use a potion. So let me just bring out Lola very quickly. So Lola was the first foal, I believe, from the batch. And well, to be fair, we actually did get something very unconventional on this horse. So Lola, I think is, oh no, actually no, it's not unconventional, this is normal. So Lola is not smoky black, okay? So Eclipse is smoky black. Lola is actually a liver chestnut. And if you don't believe me, I can probably put these horses together so you can see the difference in brown between Eclipse and Lola. Oh, there we go. Okay, so as you can tell, Lola is like way more chocolate brown compared to Eclipse, who is more of just that very dark chocolate. So you get like milk chocolate on the left and you have dark chocolate on the right. So they're not the same coats. So we have a chestnut coat on the left and then we have a black base coat on the right. And I know for a fact this liver chestnut coat that Lola has, there is a chance you can get yellow manes on this, which is like Star Equestrian's version of flaxen, which, yeah, disgusting. Honestly, not a fan. I mean, I'm glad she got the mane and tail style, I guess. But yeah, that yellow is very, very unflattering. So I have actually been running her, which is white, because yeah, we gotta cover that yellow because it's kind of gross. The other sibling, so back to Eclipse, is Stone. Okay, now Stone, although Stone was a fail, we actually got something really nice with Stone. So this is Stone, and originally when Stone was a foal, I was just like, oh man, I just got a plain liver without like the cream mane and tail. But what we did get out of this breeding is a new style of flaxen for the mane and tail. And I'm just like, wait a minute, I actually kind of like this. So the roots are lighter than the ends. So the ends are like a warm chocolatey brown. And then the roots are just more of this like ashy blonde. And I actually kind of like this. Hang on, let me pull this into a longer mane so we can kind of see this a little bit better. So unfortunately on the long mane, it shows like way more chocolate than it does of the ashy color. I would love more of that ash or maybe just the ash. But other than that, I actually think this horse, like Stone, turned out beautifully. I love the dapples, really, really nice. Still liver under there as well. So we still have a liver project and obviously our famous white nose on all of my livers because yeah, nobody likes the orange nose on this coat. So yeah, even though this was a fail, I actually think I'm going to use this horse for future breedings because I would love to have this coat on my liver horses, my liver flaxens. If I could get socks on this, oh my gosh, I think I would pass out. So the breeding update is like, I'm living for it. It's just, yeah, unfortunately, no prestige at the moment and no level 2 traits. The next breeding I do want to do to try to get the upgrade, I feel, is I'm going to take Moxie again and I want to breed Moxie with Stone, I think, to get the level 2 upgrade. And actually, I don't know if I showed this to you guys. So leveling up traits, there is a bit of a rule to this in case you didn't know. So to level up a trait, you need to be doing either a purebred or a crossbred breeding, and you have to have horses with the same ability. So we're doing a purebred breeding here, right? And they both have hyper focus. So we have a chance of getting hyper focus at level 2. Now, I remember someone sent me a DM the other day asking like why they weren't getting the option to level up their ability to level 2. And the reason was, even though they had 2 horses with hyper focus, the breeding outcome was a crossbreed. And so because it was a crossbreed, then they were not going to get the upgrade chance because you can only upgrade if you are doing that specific breeding for that specific trait. So let's say we have these horses, they both have the same blue trait and they both have the same green trait, just an example. And when I bred the 2 horses together, it was going to be a crossbreed. What I would get from the foal is the blue trait, the purebred trait, would be the same as the parents. It would still be level 1, but the green trait has the chance to upgrade to level 2. So hopefully this kind of helps you guys with focusing on leveling up your horses because yeah, a lot of people are still trying to work the system and it's very, very expensive to do experimentations. And it's been really great working with the community to try and figure out like how stuff works because yeah, there's just a lot of information out there that either is not publicly available or people are still discovering it. So yeah. So hopefully that helps. I'm still trying to get my traits. I do not have a level 2 trait and I still don't have a prestige, but maybe that's going to happen today because we are going to be doing a fantasy breeding today and it's a big experiment breeding. Okay, so I'm looking forward to it. So anyways, next up, okay, my fantasy horse. I'm just going to slowly scroll to Vesta. So Vesta is part of our Luminous Spirit breeding project. And I'm gonna be honest, kind of not happy with how this horse turned out. But anyways, here's Vesta. Let's just get rid of the, oh, you're orange. You're orange under there, okay. Whoa, you're still orange. Hello? Hello? Okay, there we go. This game, man, it's so funny. So here's Vesta. So Vesta is technically it's a cosmic luminous spirit. This is the base form. I will actually, let's do the transformation so you guys can see the transformation. And actually, I kind of want to do this because I had someone asking me a question and now they kind of have me wondering how this works as well. So there we go. So we have the fox and we do have the transformation. And there we go, Vesta, all purple and cute. Now, okay, some people are thinking like, okay, Dasha, this is not a dud. This is actually a pretty cool breeding. Okay, yeah, sure, I kind of get it. Like maybe it's like front half Lumi, back half cosmic Mustang, you know? I don't know. I'm trying to like salvage this horse because I'm not like 100% on board with it. But the cool thing about this horse, even though we got like the mixed mane and tail, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, we got the cosmic Mustang's effect when it moves, and you can kind of see it, those little sparks. It's a bit hard to see when I have the fox out with me. And by the way, see the fox is also transformed into the purple version, which is really cool. And even the foal transformed, but it transformed into the blue version. So we can ignore little Dusk over there. It's all right, Dusk, we still love you. Let me take off the pet so that we can see this properly. Okay, so this is Vesta. Can you guys see the sparks flying behind Vesta when he moves? Yeah, that's the Cosmic Mustang's effect. Really, really cool. I actually really like this effect. I will, though, have a little bit of a complaint about this. It is very subtle. Like, it is so subtle. It's kind of hard to see at times, which, like, okay, I think it's great that it's subtle, but I think if you're selling horses for such a premium, like, you can't make an effect too subtle, otherwise people can't see it, and it's like, why do I have this effect, you know? It's like, oh, I can barely see it. And then you have things like the songbird, where it has like the notes and it's like so big and obnoxious, but I kind of love it. Yeah. So we actually have the light speed. I think it's a light speed trail. I think that's what it's called on my Cosmic Luminous Spirit. So yeah, I think I wouldn't hate this horse. Okay, I don't hate the horse. I like it. I just wish we did not get those blue eyes, because I do think those blue eyes kind of ruined this for me. Yeah, I wish it was purple. Like, it just would have made sense if the whole thing was purple, but we somehow got blue eyes. Yeah, just a whole lot of confusion, but you know, sometimes you don't get to pick the horses that we get, which is like, I kind of think we should, you know, get the horses. Anyways, so those are my two horses fully grown up. Oh, the ability for Vesta, I think I forgot to show this last week, is close alignment. So always gain 5% minimum score on the line modifier in events. So basically it's a show jumping horse if I choose to level up that ability. But I don't think I'm gonna really be using this horse, to be honest. I think I'm gonna stick to my Frisian sports because yeah, I really like racing with my Frisian sport horses. So I think I didn't show you guys, or technically it was the breeding video, so I couldn't show you guys anyway. So Take to the Skies was the theme for last week. So here are the results for Take to the Skies photo contest. So Mama J ended up in 3rd place with that beautiful, beautiful, like purpley blue Pegasus. Then we have Violet Queenie in 2nd place with some black Pegasi and fireworks. I saw so many fireworks, by the way. And then finally we have Fiend in 1st place with just this very, very scary, creepy, gloom flutterwing picture in the redwoods at night. I think that's like such a creepy picture and I love it. I placed 100th plus, so I did not do well this week, unfortunately, but there were so many good photos that I kind of don't blame my photo not doing too well, because yeah, my photo was like a little off theme. So yeah, I'm not like super upset or anything. But I think out of these entries, I do think I like Fiend's entry the most. So yeah, congratulations to Fiend on getting 1st place. I really love the theming around that picture. Just so, so beautiful. Here was my photo. So I don't know if you guys would have seen this. So I went and decided like, I'm going to do something a bit different because there's going to be a whole bunch of people just flying on Pegasi. And I was like, let's have a bit of a reflective moment, you know? So I think this was pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, I think it was pumpkin spice. So I took pumpkin spice and I was like, let's just have a bit of a reflective moment in the Heartside Lake and just kind of, you know, have a look at ourselves in the water. So this was a pretty difficult photo to take because I kept falling into the water. And if you go into the water, obviously you're not flying. So I was like having to maneuver my horse as close to the water as possible. And then as soon as I was like, okay, this is the closest I'm going to be able to get to the water, then I tried to take my picture. So yeah, bit of a reflective moment. I really wanted to try and do like a very, you know, staring back at yourself kind of thing. But the angle was also just a little bit weird. So I couldn't get what I wanted fully for my photo, but I thought it was pretty. I liked the orange theme that I kind of went with that, you know. I love the sunsets and sunrise photos the most, I think. Like the golden time photos. They always make me super, super happy. So this week's theme is wild and free. So lots of rain, lots of spirits. I've been seeing a lot of those in my photo contest entries. So let's vote on these together. Also, it's been like super buggy with voting. So we're gonna have a lot of errors. We're gonna fight through this together, okay? And already we have a spirit photo. Obviously, you guys know which one I'm going to be voting for. And super high score on this picture as well, 89%. Wow. Okay, how many spirit and rain photos are we going to get this week on camera? I think it'll be so funny if like most of them are. Okay, so 2 entries, a player and their horse and a gazebo. And then we have a rearing horse with a little flourished baby. And the theme is wild and free. So I'm gonna lean towards a lot of the pictures where it's just like horses with no players, just because like it just makes sense for the theme. So next up we have 2 photos, one with a rider and one without. Now to be honest, I'm not really getting wild and free vibes from either of these because like one player is just sitting on their horse and then you have a barn full of horses, and like when I see horses in a barn, it doesn't really give me wild and free, but I think I'm gonna vote for this anyway. Because I don't know, I just, between the two of them, I think I'm gonna vote for the one with horses and the player not really showing. Okay, now we have a bit of a contender. So we've got 2 photos and neither of them have players. We have one person on their ranch with their gold Arabians and their Shroud Mustang, and we have a little flourished baby, very, very cute, very wild and free. Then we have this one on the right, and I actually think this one could be a really smart picture if this is what I think it is. I think what they've done is that this is a horse that may have like bucked off its rider and it's run away, and I'm definitely getting wild and free. I'm leaning towards this one, honestly, because I've seen a lot of photos where it's just like players with like horses standing around, and this is more unique. Like I really like this. So we're gonna go for the riderless horse because I actually really like the theme, like the idea behind that, like really wild and free. Okay, next photo. Oh, okay, we've got a bear in the background. Okay, horse in the forest with a bear coming behind them, which I think this is supposed to be like a running photo or something. And then we have one here with a horse kind of looking back at us, kind of grumpy. I look, anyone that manages to put a bear in their photo, yes, I am voting for you. I am voting for you. Next up, we have 2 photos, a player with a bunch of horses on their ranch. And actually, this is kind of cute. And then we have a horse and a foal rearing. You know, I'm kind of liking the one on the left because it just gives me like, I know it's kind of ranchy, but it's just the horses doing their own thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the one on the left. I think that one is a really, really cute photo. Oh no. Oh, this is tough. Okay, we've got 2 kind of rearing pictures, but oh my gosh, I actually love both of them. I love both of them. No. Oh my, okay, we have a problem, guys. What am I voting for here? So Obviously on the right, we have a horse. I think this is in Bronco, rearing up, looking down over Bronco, which is just, oh, I love the angling for this. And I love the black and white. But at the same time, we have this, a beautiful golden moment with a smoky black. Oh my gosh. Okay. This one's really tough, guys. I don't know. I want to vote for both. Oh no, which one do I like more? Okay, I'm so sorry to whoever I'm not voting for. I love both of your photos. I'm a golden time girly, so I think I'm voting for the one on the left. Oh man, this one hurts. This one really, really hurts. I love both of these photos. Okay, next up we have some newer players, someone posing with a baby and then someone kind of standing there with their horse. And I'm not getting wild and free vibes from any of them, but I'm gonna vote for the one on the right because I do feel like there was a lot of effort put into this photo because like they put stickers on it. So yeah, a little bit of effort goes a long way. Next up, we have one horse rearing on a rock and then we have a player stand next to a Autumn Clydesdale. So I think obviously I'm going to vote for the one on the right. Definitely more wild and free personally, just because like, yeah, you're looking down, you're standing on top of a cliff. It makes you feel independent horsey vibes. Okay, last photo. And we have one player standing next to a flourished foal, and then we have another player with, I believe it's their foal and their horse just hanging out at the Swan Lake near Agricola. I'm not really getting wild and free, but I think I will vote for the one on the left because at least the player is trying to pose for the picture. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Now it's time to choose our gift. I've had horrible luck with the middle one, so we're gonna go left. We got a toy bunny! Oh my gosh, yes! Oh, that's cool. This is the first time I'm getting that bunny. Okay, so before we jump into our fantasy breeding for today, I want to share with you some extra information and pictures from the Discord that has been circulating and has me really, really excited, not just for me, but also for you guys. So do you remember in the past, there were like a couple of coats that people would try to crossbreed for, but they would just never pass. And I think the name of one off the top of my head would be the Chimera, I think it's quarter horse. It's on the quarter horse model. It was like a Chimera coat, that like very weird two-toned, I don't know if it's chestnut or if it's bay, but the weird two-toned coat that nobody would ever be able to pass. It is now passable. And another coat that people struggled to pass was the VIP Frisian, which I think I have, well, I mean, I have this, it's somewhere. But I remember when this first came out, people would try to pass the coat, this one, people would try to pass the coat and it would just never pass. And apparently, because of the potions, this coat now officially passes as well. So we are starting to see more coats, more colors, more variations appearing on the Discord and within the community. And this has just gotten me hyped up so much for potions because now there are so many combinations that were previously not possible that are now possible just because of the new potions. There are still a couple of horses that are allegedly not passing their coats even with the help of a potion. So I would advise, if you guys start seeing some new exotic coats running around, please ask the owners of their horses if they used a coat potion for it. Because one thing I'm a little bit worried about is like, yes, it's great that we have all these new coats running around in the game. Some of them will not pass naturally, and I'm afraid people are going to try co-breeding with like friends and that, and not realizing these are illegal coats, that they will not pass naturally, which is why I brought up the case here with Eclipse, right? Like the case of like, if you use a potion, can you breed that horse afterwards and have the stuff pass naturally? And so far, I have not been able to get this to pass. I don't know if I want to spend more gems trying to experiment with this. I think I've just come to the conclusion that if you want to pass something that never passed previously, please use a potion for your safety and probably your sanity as well. Because yeah, you might be wasting gems and just getting something you absolutely do not want. at the end of the day. Into our breeding for today's video because yeah, we are in for a very exciting breeding. So I was looking through my list of horses, okay, and I was thinking, okay, I think I want to expand on my luminous spirit collection because there's a whole bunch of luminous spirits to collect, and my catalog's kind of shown me a few already. So we already bred the luminous pulsar. We've got the moon spirit, we have the glacier randomly unlocked. I don't know why, but I'm not going to complain. We also have the luminous moon pegasus available as well. And yeah, I think that's only all the stuff available to me at the moment. Oh, something I can debunk now because I've seen this in game. Okay, so even though the catalog shows the luminous moon pegasus without the transforming wings, I have seen people with different kinds of luminous pegasus with transforming wings. So the catalog is not correct. If you would like to breed this horse and you're scared that the wings will not transform, they will now officially transform. Just for your information. Okay, so please don't be afraid to breed these anymore. They are absolutely fine. Okay, so jumping into my breeding today because we're doing something very special. I don't think this has happened on the server yet, so we could be breeding one of the first. So I've decided we are going to be doing a luminous spectre breeding. So essentially a luminous spirit with green, like the haunted version, essentially. Now, you're probably wondering, how am I doing this with the luminous moon spirit? Now, obviously this is the whole like genetic system in play. Because Moon Princess is like 50% luminous spirit, apparently because this is supposed to be a like type breeding, I don't know how to explain this. This is supposed to be like a guaranteed breeding. Genetically, you should be getting more luminous spirit in the breeding. So I've diluted the night glow down quite a bit, but we do still have some lunar dreamwalker in here. The thing that I want to do with this is we want to kind of experiment. I want to see if I can get the luminous moon spirit mane on this with a potion. I think that would be really cool. I think I do have, yeah, stylish hair. Is this gonna let me do this? This combination of parents produces a unique foal which doesn't use ordinary genetics. Oh no! Okay, I thought we were going to be able to, but apparently not. Okay, so separate genetics. Apparently we're gonna have to leave this up to the game to decide whether I get the mane and tail that I want. But I do wonder, like, can I get this green mane from the moon spirit? Because that was what I wanted. I wanted like this like princess of the underworld kind of themed horse. But I mean, we're still going to do the breeding, okay? So don't worry. Are there any other potions that I could probably use for this? We can't use the stylish hair and tail. Can't use flourishes. We can use wild flourishes, but I don't think I want to risk it. Charisma and vigor. Okay, I think we just go for the breeding and we just kind of see what we get. But we know it's going to be green. That's something that we definitely know. Also for traits, we might get a prestige. I say might because I haven't gotten one yet. I doubt we're going to get one today because it's still 5% chance. But we have a chance of getting a new crossbreed trait because I have morning shift on Moon Princess at the moment. And it's like, not that great. I kind of don't like it, but that's just a me thing. All right. Anyways, I think we're ready to jump into the breeding, folks. So let's see what we get in 3, 2, 1, and it's time to breed my Luminous Spectre. I'm a bit afraid because there's going to be a chance of a cheese face on this, and I'm praying that we don't get it. We're not going to see it in like now, but when we see the foal fully grown, we will find out. And okay. So we have a bit of a mix with our luminous, sorry, it's not luminous, it's the Luminous Spectre, and we've got a new genetic trait. Extra speed, gain 15% increased speed experience. Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay, that's not too bad. Then I can actually train my breedings a little bit quicker. So let's view the foal. Let's put you, let's take out Dawn. Sorry, Dusk. Okay, where's this little baby? Okay, this is a pretty cool combo. We got a mixed mane and tail again. So we have spooky eyes, which I do love spooky eyes. So we're happy with the spooky eyes. The mane is going to be the one from the Night Glow. I do not know if we got the Night Glow mane, like the really nice one. We could have gotten the not so great one. We're gonna have to find out. But I'm sure this is the tail from the Luminous Spirit. So we have a ghostly mane, and then the tail, we kind of don't know what's happening in the back there. So we're going to have to kind of pray. I'm going to pray anyway that we don't get a cheese face, because the odds of this being a cheese face baby are pretty high. Because yeah, I don't know. My account, I mean, a lot of accounts seem to be cursed with trying to get non-cheese face babies. So yeah, hopefully little Pierre here likes to behave. But I love his eyes though. I do think he's going to be such a cool looking horse regardless, especially with those eyes. If I do a rebreed, I'm probably going to rebreed again with a night glow just to try and get that haunted tail, because I'm not sure if I would actually like to have the normal tail. I really would have liked to have had like a matching set. And if you're hoping to see the foal fully grown up in today's episode, I'm so sorry guys, we really do not have time today. So you have to wait until next week. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much again for watching another Star Equestrian video. I'm so sorry the video feels rushed. I feel so rushed making this video as well, but hopefully it's gonna scratch that itch until hopefully we can settle down and just sort of, you know, do our normal thing next week, because I'm tired. I'm so tired, and I swear no matter how much coffee I drink to try and like stay alive, it's just never enough. It's actually kind of crazy now. So I'm ready for a holiday. I don't know if I'm gonna get one. We'll have to see. But as always, guys, if you enjoy my Star Equestrian videos, do leave a like on this one so I know that you enjoyed it. And because the update is still new, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will try to answer them the best that I can, or maybe someone else in the community might be able to help you out, because again, sharing is caring and there's no point in withholding knowledge. If you're new to the channel, hi there, my name is Dashabella. I'm a virtual equestrian VTuber and I play a whole bunch of horse games on my YouTube channel. So if you love horse games as much as I do, then definitely give the channel a subscribe to get future notifications for all of my future uploads. And if you haven't already, make sure to follow my Instagram as well. I've been posting all of my photo contest entries on there and any bonus pictures I take on my Instagram as well. So if you love having a look at those entries in the photo contest, then maybe you'll have a nice little gander of what I have available on my gallery, because I have a lot of pictures on my Instagram now and I'm proud of quite a few of those. Even though we might have not won a photo contest yet, I will one day. But we don't know when that day is going to be. So yeah, follow my Instagram. But with that said, that's going to be it for today's video. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.